morning and welcome to a very dark Gardening 365. Just in the greenhouse and checking the temperatures, and with the heater the lowest temperature last night was 9.6, which is exactly where I'd like that to be. So I'm pleased with the heater so far. And some things don't change, and I'm on about the wind. It's really windy again. It's Tuesday afternoon and I've had an unexpected early finish from work, so as usual out in the garden. So I'm just going down to the greenhouse now. I'm going to have a little check to see how our new heater's worked. I'm looking for it to be around about 10 degrees in there, okay, overnight. So I'm looking for the minimum temperature and seeing what that is. Around 10 degrees I'd like to hope for. And it's a bit nicer in here, but I'm sure you can still hear the wind outside. So I'm going to have a look up at the thermometer now. And looking good. Lowest temperature over the last day and a half was 9.6 centigrade, which is pretty damn good. Okay, so I'm going to reset that now to see how cold it gets tonight. And Claire's just taken out the first 2 tomatoes. They've finished now. All of the tomatoes are more or less ripened, so we pulled them out, and I wonder what will be going in their space on the weekend. And no, it's not lettuce. Something different. I wonder what. That certainly looks a candidate, and I'm not sure if that's a red cabbage or whether that's a calabrese, but that's probably going to go in. Whoa! And the toad lily's back out again. Superb, they are absolutely beautiful. And I've just seen a seed pod. I wonder if I can get some seeds out of that later. Okay, when it's finished, we'll see. Anyway, these aren't the jobs I came out here for. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing shortly. These are some of the Fritillary seeds that we collected on Garden 365 1, and I'm going to put them in some trays. Now, if you look in the pots, some look darker than the others. I'm not sure if some are the red ones and the other ones are yellow ones, but I'm going to put all of the darker ones in one tray and all of the lighter ones in another tray. And in hindsight, that possibly wasn't the best job to do outside with small seeds on a windy day, because I just lost my lid and 1 or 2 seeds. Just put the seeds on top of some compost. Now I'm just going to cover them up, and then I'm going to leave them till the spring, and hopefully we'll see them again then, and I'll show you as soon as I see them coming through. That's it. I'll place them up there now. I'm going to leave them. I'll put a red peg on the ones I think are red, and a yellow peg on the things that I think are yellow, and hopefully we'll see them sometime in the spring. Whee! And it's Saturday morning, and it's, as usual, pretty windy up here. Got my coat on, so it's chilly outside. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit, but we're going to spend the day, most of it, outside today, doing tidying up jobs. And the first tidy up job, Claire cut the hedge, or some of the hedge, in the week, and to get rid of that and to turn it into mulch. That's my first job. And before you put any browns into the compost heap, put a layer of greens first, and we've got, as you probably just heard, the mower going, so we put a layer of grass in. And that concludes today's gardening. Going inside. Morning. Claire's just letting out the ducks and the geese, that's what the noise is. So out they come onto the pond. And yesterday Claire put the bubble wrap round sort of the base of the greenhouse, just to take away any of the draft. Okay, and she's made a great job of that. We've got the heater going now as well. And last night our low temperature was 10 degrees, which is perfect. Okay, so the heater's working really well, along with the bubble wrap as well. And hopefully with a high temperature yesterday of 32 and a low of 10, that'll keep these tomatoes going, and we'll hopefully get them all ripened, which will be great. And also we got the follow-on ones, as I've said a few times, I don't think we'll get them ripened, but we can ripen them in the windowsill at some point. I would love to get some follow-on tomatoes. Follow-on courgettes, looking good. Christmas potatoes, looking good. Chilies, looking like triffids. And we're waiting for some of them to ripen. But I had some last night in some chili con carne, and, well, they were like chilies. Now our tomatoes have done really well this year, and we've been really pleased with them. And over the last few months I've been doing plant of the week, and this week it's more about plant of the year. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to post this video very shortly, and I'm going to challenge everybody today to find their pictures from this year and post them of their best plant that they've had this year. Okay, it'll be flowers, fruit trees, vegetables, whatever you think's been your most productive plant this year, and that's the challenge for today. Plant of the week is pretty much plant of the year. And for me this year, plant of the year was definitely kale. If you look at that plant there, the little leaves started at the bottom, gone all the way up. You've pulled them off bit by bit, and it's still producing leaves at the top. I think they've been going since June, and I can't remember another more productive vegetable we've ever had than that. And follow on kale here as well. Now, it's supposed to be quite hardy, so hopefully the frost won't take that. So kale is definitely our plant of the year. Yesterday the rain got the better of me, so the first job today is just to finish clearing that up and getting the mulch into the compost bins. So that's first job today. That's the best way to get your hedge cut. And welcome to the potting shed. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be putting some sort of follow-on very late seeds in. What have I got? I'm going to put in some calabrese, okay, which the season's over for, but we're going to grow them in the greenhouse. Got a couple of varieties of those. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I've got maybe some cabbage, some red cabbage, and some winter king. That sounds applicable. I've got some delinal French dwarf beans. I'm going to put them in. And I got a real strange one. I got Malabar spinach in. I have put some of that in once before, but the slugs ate it, or whatever, the caterpillars. So I'm going to try that again. All of these will be put in the greenhouse. So I'm going to pot some up. I'm going to label them. I'm not going to put a lot of these in because I'm not sure if any of them will grow, but we'll see how it goes. All labelled up so I know exactly which one's which. Now I'm going to place them into the greenhouse. Soil's fairly wet, so I don't think I'm going to water them now, but I will water them in the first day or two of them being in the greenhouse. All labelled up and in the greenhouse. Well, unfortunately that concludes this episode of Gardening 365. I'm loading the videos pretty much at 6 o'clock on Fridays. If ever you miss them, I always post them on the normal 365 Facebook page, so you get a chance to catch up there. And also I upload them to our YouTube channel. And if you want to find that, just search for Garden 365 on YouTube and you'll find that there as well. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.